Imagine this for just a second. You're sitting on your porch. The sun is warm, the breeze is gentle. You've just turned 100. But here's the twist. You feel good. Your mind is still sharp. You don't need a cane. You made your own breakfast this morning. And yes, you even remembered where you put your glasses. Now imagine being able to bend down and tie your shoes without groaning. Climbing the stairs without holding onto the railing. Laughing with your grandkids and remembering every detail of the story you're telling them. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if I told you that there's a doctor in Japan, one of the oldest practicing doctors in the world, who actually lived that reality? He didn't just survive to 100, he thrived. And he swore by just a few simple foods he ate every single day. No expensive supplements. No trendy diets. No magic pills. Just real food. The kind you probably already have in your kitchen, or could very easily. And what's wild? He claimed these foods were the reason he stayed active, alert, and full of life long after most people his age had given up. He treated thousands of patients, published dozens of books, and inspired millions, all after turning 70. Now, whether you're a senior yourself or caring for someone you love, this video could be a game changer. Because living a long life is one thing. But living a strong, joyful, and independent life? That's what we all really want, isn't it? In this video, I'm going to share 5 everyday foods, nothing fancy, that this Japanese doctor recommended for anyone who wants to live to 100 and still feel alive. These aren't exotic or hard to find. In fact, you might already eat a few of them, but not in the way that really makes a difference. And if you stick around to the end, I'll share a bonus tip he personally swore by, something small but powerful that just might surprise you. But first, let me ask you this. Do you believe it's still possible to age gracefully? To grow older and feel better, not worse? If you do, drop a comment below and write 100 years strong. I want to know who's here with me, who still believes in living not just longer, but better. And while you're here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more practical, heartfelt advice from us here at Healthy Senior Advice. So let's start with the very first food that Japan's oldest doctor, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, believed was absolutely essential for staying young on the inside. Fermented foods. Every morning, without fail, he started his day with a small serving of fermented vegetables. Not because it was trendy, not because it was part of some celebrity diet, but because, in his words, health begins in the gut. Think about it. How often do you feel bloated, sluggish, or just off? Many of us write it off as getting older. But Dr. Hinohara didn't accept that. He knew that what happens in the gut doesn't stay in the gut. It affects everything. Fermented foods like miso, natto, kimchi, and pickled vegetables are packed with living, friendly bacteria, probiotics, that go straight to work inside your body. They help break down food more efficiently, reduce harmful inflammation, and even boost your immune system. And here's something most people don't realize. These probiotics don't just help your stomach. They've been shown to support brain health, improve energy levels, and even help protect your bones. Yes, your bones. Because a healthier gut means better absorption of calcium and vitamin D. Now, here's the part where a lot of people get it wrong. They think probiotics are only for when you're constipated or taking antibiotics. But that's like only drinking water when you're dehydrated. You need it every day, just like Dr. Hinohara believed. And the good news is, it doesn't take much. Just a spoonful of miso paste stirred into warm, not boiling, water in the morning. Or a small side of sauerkraut or kimchi with your lunch or dinner. Even a bit of plain yogurt with no added sugar can do wonders. It's simple. It's inexpensive. And it works. But good digestion is just one piece of the puzzle. Because as we age, we don't just want to feel good inside, we want to stay sharp and strong too. And that brings us to the second food this remarkable doctor recommended. Small, fatty fish. Now, if you've ever visited Okinawa, or even seen documentaries on how long people live there, you'll know this already. They eat a lot of sardines, mackerel, anchovies. Tiny fish you can eat whole, even the bones. Why the bones? Because those soft, edible bones are rich in calcium, and when combined with the natural vitamin D in these fish, your body absorbs it beautifully. Perfect for protecting against osteoporosis and maintaining muscle strength. But that's just the beginning. These small fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, healthy fats that do more than just protect the heart. They're like fuel for the brain. They help maintain memory, improve focus, and reduce the fog that so many seniors struggle with. Dr. Hinohara wasn't just concerned about living longer. He wanted to stay mentally present, to enjoy conversations, to continue learning, and to keep his independence. And these fish were a major part of that plan. Now, you might be thinking, but isn't fish full of mercury? And you're right to ask. But here's the thing. Small fish are at the bottom of the food chain. They don't live long enough to accumulate harmful toxins like larger fish do. So they're much safer to eat regularly. And they're incredibly versatile. Open a can of sardines and spread them on whole grain toast. Grill a piece of mackerel and drizzle it with a squeeze of lemon. 2 to 3 times a week is all it takes. And your body and your brain will thank you. Still, even the healthiest body needs fuel. Something that gives lasting energy, keeps blood sugar steady, and supports your muscles as you age. And that leads us to the third food Dr. Hinohara swore by. Shall we keep going? So, what did the people of Okinawa, many of whom lived well into their 90s and 100s, rely on to keep their bodies nourished and their energy steady? Sweet potatoes. Yes, not rice. Not noodles. But this humble, earthy root vegetable. Back in the 20th century, sweet potatoes made up nearly 70% of the traditional Okinawan diet. And guess what? They weren't struggling with diabetes, obesity, or energy crashes. They were strong. They were active. Many of them worked in the fields or walked long distances every day, into their 80s and 90s. So what makes sweet potatoes so special? First, they're what we call a complex carbohydrate, which means they digest slowly, giving you sustained energy instead of sharp spikes and crashes. They have a low glycemic index, so they keep your blood sugar steady, crucial for preventing fatigue, brain fog, and insulin resistance. They're also rich in fiber, which keeps digestion moving and supports heart health. And then there's beta-carotene, that bright orange pigment you see. It's a powerful antioxidant that your body turns into vitamin A. That's huge for eye health, immune strength, and cell repair, all things that matter more and more as we age. Now here's a common myth I hear all the time. Aren't carbs bad for you? Well, not all carbs are created equal. Refined carbs, white bread, pastries, sugary snacks. Yes, those can drain your energy and do more harm than good. But complex carbs like sweet potatoes? They're protective, nourishing, and essential for keeping muscles strong and preventing frailty as you get older. Dr. Hinohara saw this firsthand. He encouraged seniors to replace white rice or processed grains with roasted or steamed sweet potatoes. And he often recommended pairing them with a protein source, like fish, tofu, or even a boiled egg, to create a balanced, healing meal. It's simple, yet incredibly powerful. But now, let's talk about something even simpler. Something you can pour into a cup. Something that supports hydration, calms the mind, lubricates joints, and even helps preserve memory. Green tea. Dr. Hinohara drank several cups a day. Not sweetened. Not bottled. Just real, brewed green tea, sometimes with a twist of lemon, other times just plain. To him, it wasn't just a drink. It was a daily ritual. A quiet moment of calm. And also, an anti-aging elixir backed by centuries of Japanese wisdom and modern science. Green tea is rich in something called catechins, a group of antioxidants that fight oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is what damages cells over time, leading to wrinkles, joint pain, even memory loss. But green tea doesn't just slow that down. It also improves circulation, reduces internal inflammation, and can even protect your brain from age-related decline. And unlike coffee, which gives you a jolt of energy followed by a crash, green tea contains L-theanine, a natural compound that promotes a calm alertness, clear focus, without the jitters. Yet here's the catch. Most people reach for green tea in a bottle from the store shelf. But those versions are often loaded with sugar and preservatives that cancel out the benefits. What Dr. Hinohara did and what I suggest for you is to brew it yourself. Hot or cold, loose leaf or bagged, just keep it pure. 2 to 3 cups a day is all you need. And if the taste is a bit strong for you at first, add a squeeze of fresh lemon. It not only improves the flavor, but also boosts the antioxidant absorption. Now, we've covered digestion, brain health, energy, and even inner calm. But we've saved something truly unexpected for last. Because the fifth and final food on this list was something Dr. Hinohara enjoyed with a smile, often shared with friends, never in excess, and always with gratitude. And it might just surprise you. Now, you might be thinking, all these foods sound healthy, sure. But where's the joy? The indulgence? Well, here's something that might just warm your heart. Dr. Hinohara, despite being incredibly mindful of his health and habits, always made room for pleasure. And for him, that meant a small, square piece of dark chocolate, usually in the evening, after dinner. Yes, dark chocolate. It wasn't a cheat. It wasn't a guilty pleasure. It was part of his routine, intentional, measured, and fully enjoyed. Why? Because the body isn't the only thing that needs nourishment. The spirit does too. And that quiet, mindful moment of enjoying something rich and comforting was just as much medicine as any superfood. But there's science here too. High-quality dark chocolate, the kind with 70% cacao or more, is loaded with flavonoids. These are powerful plant compounds that support heart health, help lower blood pressure, and enhance blood flow, especially to the brain. Studies show that small amounts of dark chocolate can even improve mood, memory, and cognitive performance. It's not a myth, it's biochemistry. Yet here's where people often go wrong. They assume all chocolate is created equal. But milk chocolate, candy bars, sugar-laden snacks, those are filled with additives, dairy, and way too much sugar to offer any real benefit. What Dr. Hinohara chose was pure, rich, and bittersweet, the kind you savor slowly, not snack on mindlessly. And that's the key. 1 small square a day. That's all it takes. Not as a reward for being good, but as a ritual of joy, a gentle reminder that food is also about pleasure, connection, and balance. And when you start to look at your meals that way, not just as fuel or rules to follow, but as an opportunity to care for yourself inside and out, that's when the transformation happens. Because when these 5 simple foods, fermented vegetables, small fatty fish, sweet potatoes, green tea, and yes, even dark chocolate, become part of your daily rhythm, you're no longer just eating for the day. You're building a future. So what happens when these foods become a lifestyle, not just a diet? When you wake up and reach for miso instead of coffee. When your lunch includes sardines instead of a sandwich. When your snack is a slice of roasted sweet potato instead of chips. And when your evening ends with a cup of tea and a single square of dark chocolate. Well, the results go far beyond physical health. They touch your mind, your mood, your mobility, and even your outlook on life. And that's what Dr. Hinohara believed. That living to 100 isn't about avoiding everything. It's about doing the right little things, consistently, with intention. It's easy, isn't it, to look at a list of 5 everyday foods and think, that's it? That's too simple to make a difference. But here's what most people overlook. The beauty of aging well doesn't lie in complexity. It lies in the small, consistent choices you make, day after day, year after year. It's not about strict diets, expensive supplements, or chasing the latest health trend. It's about the rhythm of your life. About waking up with purpose, eating with intention, and nourishing your body in ways that honor your age, not fight against it. Think about it. Dr. Hinohara didn't live past 100 by chasing youth. He did it by respecting his body, listening to it, and feeding it what it truly needed. And maybe that's what we've forgotten in today's noisy world. That aging isn't a curse. It's a privilege. And with the right habits, it can even be beautiful. So let me ask you this. What if, instead of fearing aging, we embraced it with curiosity, with patience, with small, daily rituals that bring comfort, energy, and clarity? These 5 foods, They're not a prescription. They're an invitation to take back control, to nourish yourself in a way that feels natural, grounded, and loving. And here's something to remember. You don't have to change everything all at once. Maybe today, it's just a cup of green tea instead of soda. Maybe it's adding a spoonful of miso paste to hot water in the morning. Or ending your evening not with guilt or restriction, but with one small square of dark chocolate, savored slowly, like a gentle reminder that you matter. Because longevity, it's not luck, it's not genetics, it's choice, it's habit, and most of all, it's love, especially self-love. And the beautiful truth is, it's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or 85, your body still responds. Your cells still heal. Your heart still hopes. And your life can still be full of strength, peace, and joy. Let's take a moment to gently pull everything together. We've just walked through a simple, yet powerful daily routine. One that helped Japan's oldest practicing doctor live a life of energy, clarity, and purpose, well beyond 100 years. So, let's recap. Fermented foods, for gut health, strong immunity, and better digestion. Small, fatty fish, to protect your heart, support your brain, and strengthen your bones. Sweet potatoes, for long-lasting energy, stable blood sugar, and rich antioxidants. Green tea, to calm your mind, nourish your brain, and slow down aging from the inside out. And yes, even a small square of dark chocolate, to bring a little joy to the end of your day, while quietly supporting heart and brain health. Simple choices. But when practiced daily, the results can be life-changing. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one of these 5 habits do you already love? Or which one are you most curious to try? Is it the green tea? The sweet potatoes? Or maybe you're surprised that dark chocolate made the list. Scroll down and leave a comment. Let me know what speaks to you. I read every single one, and your stories always inspire me, and our entire community here. And if this video gave you a fresh perspective, or reminded you that healthy aging is possible, and even joyful, then I hope you'll consider subscribing to this channel. This is Healthy Senior Advice, where we bring you real-life health wisdom, stories that matter, and gentle guidance for living well after 60. Every week, we're here with new content to support you, and the ones you love. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you. Thank you for choosing to care for yourself. Thank you for listening, for learning, and for showing up with an open heart. Wherever you are on your health journey, know this: you're not too late, you're not too old, and you're never without hope. So here's to strength in your steps, peace in your mind, and joy in every bite you take. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next video.